I have been asking for a Crystal Worms legendary for years. You know, they came out and I used them a bunch. It was great. Then they came out with Gummy Dragons, and then they came out with, oh, what was it? They had Abyss Soldiers, and they had Abyss Soldier Poseidon, and then they came out with Elfin Dragons. And I was like, okay, great. We're like building our super epic collections. Now just give us a Crystal Worm legendary like you did with Poseidon. And that still hasn't happened. However, there is an Elfin Dragon legendary out now, Elfin Dragon Kaiser. And Celine, I don't know, she's cool, I guess. But this egg, this is like exactly what I wanted, but for the Crystal Worms, but it's for the Elfin Dragons. So we're going to go for it. I would love to hatch Elfin Dragon Kaiser. Obviously, Aravalon I would like just because I don't have him. Durlunger and Sheikah Bloom I already have. I already have all the Elfin Dragons, obviously, +9'd. Celine, if I get her, great. I might try to awaken her. I don't know, because I have a lot of gems, and this is a festival egg. But yeah, we're just going to hop right in, and we're going to open some eggs. And we're going to hope that I at least get Elfin Dragon Kaiser. That's all I want. Okay, and we got 2 super epics. That's awesome. It's also a festival egg, so you know I try to hatch like only on festival eggs because the rates are higher. And we're still getting bad stuff. Great. Off to a fantastic start. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. Let's get a little luckier, huh? Let's get a little luckier, huh? Okay. All right. Is that the 3rd one in a row that we got 8 epics and 2 super epics? Let's hatch some legendaries. How about? Hello? Anything? Anything? Are you kidding me? Hello? Look at those rates increased, yeah? Good grief. Let's just remind the game. Hey, we're going for you. Hey, we're going for you. We're going for you. We're going for this guy, yeah? We're going for this guy. So how about it? Give me legendary. Okay, mythic. That's probably Celine. I don't think she's that great unless she's awakened. But I don't know. Oh, did you see that though? I clicked skip, but it played all the way through to the mythic. It is Celine. Great. So that's interesting. You can skip, but it'll still tell you if the monsters are new. So that's nice. So now that means I can skip faster. But we still somehow haven't gotten a legendary? Okay, finally. Good grief. And it was Tyragor. Not even featured, not even anything. Wow. Wow, this is unlucky. Well, I don't know, because we did get Celine. But, good grief. 1 legendary out of however many that was. On an increased rates banner, that feels unlucky to me. Super epic, of course. Man, and I haven't, opened in a while. I guess the last featured banner I opened on was Ursidonis. And I got him. And I didn't get Obsidia. But this time I got the mythic and I didn't get the legendary, but I want the legendary? Come on now. Or Aravalon. I don't really want Aravalon. And now that I said that, I'm going to hatch him in this banner, watch. Or I'm just not going to get a legendary. What is this? Good grief. What is going on, dude? This has got to be the, You're joking. You're joking. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? This has to by far be the least lucky I've ever been. Okay, finally. Jeez Louise. And it was heckin'... Oh my gosh. This is unreal. Dude, I don't even have words. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Please be new. Okay. Elfin Dragon Kaiser, and I'm done opening because this luck is unreal. It's going to be Aravalon. Okay, great. Yes. Great. Awesome. Great. Okay. So I'm happy. Evan's happy. That's what I wanted. That's what I needed. I might go a couple more for Aravalon and maybe a bonus of Celine, but there's no way I awaken her, right? I'm just going to check second form. So New Moon, Crescent, higher speed, then lower speed, then immediately dies, and then, yeah, okay, so she's still not bad. You just miss out on the instant secret skill kill and the, super fast moves. But, I'll probably still make a video with her, and definitely going to make a video with Kaiser. I might hatch more of these, but probably not. Because Awakened Celine would be cool, but also my luck is so bad right now, so it's just not worth it. But that's probably going to do it for this hatching video. I might connect this to one of their 2 featured videos. If I don't, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And if I do, I'll see you in a couple seconds. Elfin Dragon Kaiser. This guy's going to be an issue. Oh boy. So, like I said, I've been waiting for a Crystal Worms Legendary. They give me an Elfin Dragons Legendary. And remember my Elfin Dragons are back video? They like sneakily buffed the Elfin Dragons in preparation for releasing the Legendary. I knew there had to be a reason, because there's no way they would just randomly make them better. But this guy's insane. The Elfin Dragons were already decent. They just had like a couple things that made them hard to work with. They were easy to kill. They weren't stun immune. They weren't doing enough damage. They fixed the damage thing, but still easy to kill and not stun immune. Elfin Dragon Kaiser kind of covers all of that, because he's his own monster that can pull them back faster, that can make them enter faster, that can quickly give turn to them, and that allows you to have other monsters on your field. So you can run stun protection, you can run regular protection, and run Kaiser and all of the Elfin Dragons, and just absolutely obliterate your enemy. Elfin Dragon Switcheroo is crazy because it's a give turn that puts him back like potentially 30 seconds or something, that he can instantly do it again. Elfin Dragon Reinforce is crazy because it pulls back the Elfin Dragon and fully heals them. Here, crazy that I run into another Kaiser. I mean, not crazy because it's like the day he came out and he's broken. But like with this pullback, when both of them are on the field, most of the fast Elfin Dragons get a turn instantly, which is crazy. It's crazy. I mean, this guy's crazy. So he covers all their bases, and he helps the Elfin Dragons be good, basically. And dude's impossible to kill because you're running, let's say 5. Most people don't run Elfin Dragon Blah because why would you want to put one of your Elfin Dragons to sleep? So you're running 5 super epics. And every super epic, if they're on the field, means you can't target Kaiser. If Kaiser's on the field, he's going to be reinforcing. He's going to be using remover. He's going to be quickly pulling the Elfin Dragons back in. He's going to be making them enter faster. Like, this dude's crazy. This is a very, very, very strong legendary that, you know, I'm glad we got. I'm excited to have a new super epic legendary. But I think he's very much like Poseidon in that when Poseidon came out, everybody started using him, and like he was really, really strong. So I do think we're gonna see a Kaiser nerf pretty soon. Although I don't know, like you saw in my last video, he gets shut down by gravity field, and then you can kind of abuse the Elfin Dragons from there. So I think either what we're gonna see is a lot more people running some form of gravity field or Bastia, or both, honestly. Or I think we're going to see a Kaiser nerf pretty soon, because this guy is really, really strong. And it's crazy to me that like both Kaisers activate for both teams. So like here, when we both had a Kaiser on the field, it would affect both our Elfin Dragons and pull them in 60 seconds. 60 seconds. It's crazy. He's crazy. But he's kind of fun because if you don't run into a team that's also using him, and it's just your team, then you can kind of just pretty easily sweep through most of them if you have the other monsters to back it up. He's crazy. So moving into the gameplay, this is basically a battle of the Elfin Dragons. It's like 2 separate battles in one. There's the battle of the Elfin Dragons and then the battle of the collection afterwards. This guy had more, well, I guess numbers-wise, he might not have had more mythics than me. I guarantee you he has more in the collection, but whatever. So at the beginning there, I don't really know. I'll have to go back and like really analyze like why I lost that Elfin Dragon battle. It probably had something to do with Momo getting the turn and instantly going around Missile Torment. I bet this whole battle would have been different if XYZ was still alive from the beginning, and if that Fast Breaker had hit Missile Torment instead, because Momo right off the bat was bad. And then, I don't know. It's weird. He's confusing, but he's awesome.
but he's also kind of annoying because if you go against him, like, what do you do? I don't know how to counter him because you have to kill all these super epics that are constantly getting pulled back and healed and killing. So I don't know. I don't know. But he's cool. He's cool. So Charybdis there kills. I'm surprised actually that dual Confidence Strike kills Yukihime. I guess full health Confidence Strike is really strong and Carmilla's high attack, but Yukihime's high defense, I don't know. He got lucky that the seconds worked out, that he was able to LM healing right before Carmilla got a turn. Luckily, Deer Smash hit him, but like at this point, what am I gonna do? You know, I can't do anything with Fire Rail because I've got that Rockoid on the field, which maybe it wasn't the best idea to kill Kaiser, although Kaiser wasn't, gonna do anything either way. My only hope is like if Apollonius somehow gets last bite, but there she just gets catapulted. So this clip shows how strong he is and how crazy it can be when they're both on the field together. Next match up against Sunraka. Luckily for him, Aurelius, Zebarius, whatever, is faster than my XYZ, so he was able to pull off a couple Plasma Blasts. Frost Mirage there, going to give turn. He will kill the Missile Torment there with the second one. And also, luckily for him, Balancion put Gull and Kaiser to sleep. However, I can just pull him back instantly, except this match was taken right after the one previous. So I was like, okay, I'm going to replace Firiel with Vixian, because if I run into another Elfin Dragon Kaiser, I need that gravity field to shut him down. And I knew I was putting a gravity field into my own Elfin Dragons, but I just didn't realize how bad that is. Because if you don't run into an Elfin Dragon Kaiser, then you can pretty much sweep through their entire team with your own Elfin Dragons, but Gravity Field shuts that down. So it just like totally stopped my momentum. I had comeback momentum coming. If that had been Firiel, I don't know. But, he kills the Vixian, so now I can do my pullbacks and whatnot again. He goes for the Terminal Virus on Gron, which is fine by me. I'll just pull him back. Thinking about how I want to make this work here. He's got a Kurakami. I didn't want to kill the Frost Mirage yet because I didn't want to bring in a Yuki for Kurakami. There, I just went and brought in Vixian again anyway. I think because I knew I had a bunch of stuff at the back of my team and I wanted that fast Soul Missile, and I was getting down to my last couple Elfin Dragons anyway. So even though it kind of shut me down, it was intentional because Vixian can also kill off the Elfin Dragons, right? Soul Missile the Frost Mirage, so he can't give turn to the Race Host. Ultra Thunder is going to kill off the Yukis. I think I go for the Fatal Sleep, on Delta. His Jackascorp can do anything. I didn't want to kill a Yuki because I wanted to kill off Kaiser, because it would have been worse if he killed Vixian with the Yukis and I was just left with a Kaiser on 200 seconds. But he's able to kill the Vixian here, and I think he stuns the Doomgoo with the Yukis. So that brings in his Poison Endgame, which is a little scary, except Doomgoo's Poison Immune. So and Trimagus enters before Scorpiogeist, so he's not poisoned. So I'm not really scared of the Scorpiogeist. I'm kind of scared of the Jackascorp. I'm not super scared of the Nectarion because she's pretty high seconds. I decided to go for the Albacon because I don't want to take a double poison drain. Even though I guess he would have done Yukihime and Gron because he couldn't have done the other two. I don't know. But poison endgames have been severely impacted by the fact that poison moves can now no longer target poison immune monsters, which I think is a crazy change. That's kind of up there with the taunt change that I just I don't get it. But whatever. In this battle, it helped me out. So his Scorpiogeist, like I said, can't target Doomgoo. Yikes. Decides to go for the 2 mythics there. I've got 2 poison immune, 1 mythic, 1 legendary, and a Gron who had Blood Fury but is now dead. I go for the Deer Smash because it doesn't really matter. And now Doomgoo here. I was thinking about cloning, but I was like, what? Why? Because Deathgazer could hit me with a Poison Storm, which I think he does. Nectarion, her only hope is to try to go around, right? Because you're not going to blood clone because it's not going to poison the clones. Scorpiogeist, as I was just saying, can't target Apollonius or Doomgoo because of the poison immunity buffs. So I don't bother going for Scorpiogeist because his only hope is to Toxic Strike around the Rockoid, which luckily he hits the Apollonius. I wonder if he had gone for the Doomgoo, how this would have been different. But luckily there, the Nectarion gets blocked again by the Rockoid, so I'm able to clean up with the Doomgoo. Oh, it came down to the wire, actually, but worked out for me. Next battle against Homeboy the Goat. I'm praying that Missile Torment blocks it, which luckily he does. Stun Killer. I Tempest Reaper the Cyclizar, because I'm not really worried about the Sturgeonitis. He's going to eat all the things anyway. And now look at that. Like, the Scarlet Guard was on like 40 seconds, and Vite comes in and gets a turn first. Like, it's crazy. Kaiser's crazy. I go for the Doomgoo, and I pulled back the Kaiser because I saw his Bridalith next in line, and I wanted Gull to get a turn before her. Kill the Sturgeonitis there. I knock back... Who was that? Oh, it was Isidel, right. Knock back the Bridalith also. Now, I'm thinking about what I want to do. I defense buff with the XYZ, kill off the Chronozillion, and then give turn back to the fight and kill the Sunflower. He, again, I think is going to go for the XYZ. Luckily, Missile Torment blocks it. Leoborg can't really do anything. Just goes for the Assisted Nova. Doesn't kill the Missile Torment. I pull back the Vite, seeing who I can mark. I eat the... What's-her-face? Garden Fairy Violet, and then Cornered Snipe, the Manta Samurai. Pull back Gull. Take the shield off Scarlet Guard, and just do some damage on him. Kill the Viridis. He could, Giga Flame the Missile Torment, which is going to kill. But now I can go for the Switcheroo on Vite, which kills Perpius because the mark entrance hit Roseus, so I'm able to mark him. I pull back both Vite and Gull. Ron enters and poisons some of the people, and Vite has a turn now. Like, I mean, dude killed my Missile Torment, and that was it. And maybe Gron as well. But, like, these Elfin Dragons just sweep so fast. And Kaiser does, like, everything you need him to support them. So, he's crazy. He's super good. That's going to do it for this Elfin Dragon Kaiser video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm loving playing him. I'm kind of scared of him. I bet he's going to get nerfed soon. But... for now, he's a really strong legendary. Highly recommend checking him out if you can. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one.